What's happening, everyone? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Today, I wanted to jump on here and talk about the process of what it takes to go through the home buying process. This is obviously directed towards first-time home buyers or those that have been a while since you've been through the process. When I talk to folks, they say, listen, I've never bought a home before. I really don't know what to expect or what things I should be looking for, what pitfalls I should be aware of, and those types of things. So I figured I'd share just a little bit today of the process. And hopefully this will be enlightening and help you, those of you that are looking to get into the home buying process. We're getting ready to head into the spring, anticipating it to be a very busy spring. And so wanted to share with those that have never owned a home before or those it's been a while, what exactly they can expect in the process. So obviously becoming a home buyer is a very exciting but can also be a very overwhelming or what I call levels of anxiety, right? And so when I'm talking to folks, I want to assure them that we're here to help and to eliminate as much anxiety as possible. We will not be able to eliminate it altogether, as it is obviously one of the largest purchases that someone will make in their lives. And so it can be probably a little overwhelming to think about. But the first thing that you want to consider first and foremost is that you will want to get pre-approved. And in the pre-approval process, there's going to be a few things that are going to be, first of all, determined. One being your credit, and we talk about the C's of lending: credit capacity, collateral, and capital. And so we're going to be looking at your credit to make sure that you're credit worthy for whatever loan program that we're going to decide is best for you. Secondly, we're going to look at the income, which is going to determine what we call debt ratio, or determine what your budget is, right? So what someone else may be able to afford, you may not want to spend that much money on a house, or even maybe you can get pre-approved for a $300,000 house, but you don't want a payment for a $300,000 house. So those are things that we will have discussions about. We'll be looking at income, determining what your high level is of pre-approval, and then we'll talk about what affordability is and where you feel comfortable in making those payments and determine that house value. We'll be looking at things like bank statements and assets, looking at 401ks, and determining what type of a borrower you are, and then issue a pre-approval. It's very important that you get pre-approved because most, if not all, agents don't like showing homes without a pre-approval in hand. So we want to make sure you have that before you go out and start looking for properties. Then I recommend hiring a real estate agent, bringing on a real estate agent. Now, you got to understand that a lot of people say, do I have to pay for that real estate agent? That real estate agent is being paid for by the seller in the transaction. It's being paid for out of that sale. So they are working for you to find you a home. And so you want to determine, now that you have a budget, now that you know you're pre-approved, okay, this is the house price that I'm going to be in that I would like to start looking for. Then obviously you want to determine a neighborhood. You want to determine a school district. Do you want to live in the country? Do you want to live in the city? Do you want to live in a certain school district for your kids? Do you want to have lots of land? Do you want to be in a neighborhood? Those are all different things that you want to consider. Do you want 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms? Do you want a basement? Do you want garage? Do you want a pool barn? All of those things. So those are all discussions that you'll have with the real estate agent in determining what is going to be ideal for you and your family. Once you've made that decision, you're going to get more than likely set up on a campaign where they're going to send you specific listings that you can look at, and then you would obviously set up a showing with that agent and go out and look at several homes, and hopefully from those list of homes find something that you like. It is a process. I will tell you that it does require some patience because of inventory right now. There's not a lot out there, so have to be patient in the process. I encourage people, don't get hasty and just pull the trigger and buy something just because you feel like you need to buy it. But understand that whatever your needs are, try to find that house within your needs. Once that happens, then your real estate agent will get together with you to figure out a negotiating price, and they will discuss that with you, and then there will be an offer made. They will write that up on a contract, and then the seller and the selling agent will make a decision as to whether or not that's in their price range, will accept it, reject it, whether you need to ask for closing costs from the seller. These are all fine details that I won't go into, but just kind of give you an overview of the process. And then once that contract is accepted, the negotiation happens and it's accepted, then you would get that contract over to your lender. There would be a title company that would need to be determined who would be used to order title, and then the lender would begin to work on your file to prepare it, to get it ready for processing. and get it ready to go into underwriting. Your file, because it's been pre-approved, not all lenders, but a lot of lenders will follow the AUS findings. So your loan has already technically been approved. It's just a matter of a human person looking at the income, looking at the assets, looking at the appraisal, the value, the title, and making sure all of that crosses all the T's and dots all the I's and checks all the boxes, so to speak, to get you ready for approval, and then take you through the process of clearing what they call conditions, or things, items that the underwriter would want to address that are maybe missing from the file. I like to tell people that the mortgage process and getting approved for a loan is like a puzzle. What is happening is we're introducing, as a loan officer, as a lender, we're introducing you to a person that's never met you, and we're trying to paint a picture of your financial landscape through credit and through income and through assets and all of those types of things. And to paint this beautiful picture so that this underwriter can see this story in this picture, to make a determination, is there missing pieces? Does the story make sense? And if the story makes sense and we have all the pieces, then they can issue you an approval, then a clear to close once all those conditions are met. And then once the clear to closes, you can schedule the closing. Documents will be prepared, sent to the title company, and there will be a day scheduled for you to go to the title company and actually sign your docs and walk away with your keys. So anyhow, and that's the exciting moment, right? You have found the home of your dreams, endured the process of the mortgage process, and I will tell you, typically that time frame from the time that you go into contract to the time that you close, we like to say it's a 30-day process. Lenders will get that done sooner, some take longer, but it's on an average of anywhere between 21 to 30 days in that. So anyhow, I hope that's been helpful to you. A lot of questions about, don't understand the process. Can you help me? Can you take me through it? So that was kind of an overview without getting into a whole lot of details. Of course, reach out if you have any questions whatsoever. We'll be glad to help you. Hope that you find yourself well, and have a great rest of your day, and bye for now.